Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I am Neha and I am a student of Project Management at Ryerson University. In this session, I will deal with a quick summary of project management concepts, which is chapter 1 of Gido. I will also go through the case study 1 and 2, and I'll also go through the creation of WBS. I will be using 6th edition of Gido Clemens as my reference. So let's get started. We will begin by understanding the project attributes. For this, we will take an example of doing a makeover of the room as an example. So, the project needs a clear objective. So, what is a clear objective? What does objective even mean? It means that the deliverable or the goal that needs to be accomplished by completing the project. This is not only defined on the list of the goals. I mean, that is just one part, but it also needs to mention the schedule and the budget within which the goal or the deliverable needs to be achieved. For example, in this case, doing a makeover of a room is the objective only if we mention that the makeover needs to be completed in 15 days and within a budget of maybe $500. So that's the objective. The next is the set of interdependent activities or tasks. A project is carried out by a set of interdependent tasks or activities to achieve the project objectives. For example, if we are doing a makeover of a room, what we need to do is that first we need to clear out the existing furniture, we need to sand the walls, we need to paint the room, and then we need to restart the furniture. So all these tasks are interrelated. Only if we sand the existing paint, we can paint a new color. Only if we remove the old furniture, we can stack in the new furniture. So everything is interrelated. That's what we mean by set of interdependent activities or tasks. Doing a project also requires resources. For example, in this case, we will require paint, we will require brush. We also require a friend who can help us do the makeover of the house. So, the next attribute is that the project has a specific time frame within which the project needs to be complete. Now, why is time frame necessary? It is necessary because maybe we are looking forward to doing a makeover in 15 days. If we don't complete it in 15 days, maybe the cost of doing the makeover may increase. Or maybe we have a function at our home, and if we don't do the makeover, doing it after the function doesn't really make sense. So the cost or the need of the project may vanish over time. That's why it needs a time frame. It also needs a budget. Project is generally a one-time endeavor. It's unique. It's generally not attempted before. Now, you might have a question that there are a lot of projects that involve home makeover. So, what is so new in doing a makeover? What is so unique in this? The thing that is unique is that the requirement or layout for a plan. Every room is designed on the basis of the requirement of the customer. So, it is unique in its own way. Each will have its own set of issues. When we do the makeover, every makeover has different challenges, different assumptions, different requirements. So it's all of the makeover projects are unique. Or let's say every project is unique. Project has a sponsor means that it has a person or an organization that will fund the project. The last attribute is that it involves degree of risk or uncertainty. Why is it so uncertain? Why is the project so uncertain? This is because we make our plans to achieve the objectives of the project before the project has even begun. Right? When we put that, we make the plan before the project has begun. When we put that plan in action, things don't go as per the plan always. Sometimes new issues may crop up, some assumptions that we made might fail, so on and so forth. In the case of our bug example, let's say we decided that we will paint the house pink, or we'll paint the room pink. But midway, we realize that our furniture is brown. The thing doesn't go well with brown. So we will sand the existing pink color to put in to repaint it maybe white to go with the brown. So that's how it is. And here are some examples of the project we have seen. So for instance, starting a business and getting everything. Okay, the next slide. Project management process. How can we manage a project? That's what we are trying to learn. So, we will first understand what is project. Project management is basically planning, organizing, coordinating, leading, and controlling the resources to accomplish the project objective so that the project is completed and the customer is happy. Okay. We first need to determine what needs to be done, right? And by determining what needs to be done, we create the project object. When the project objective is created, the next step is to get the objective approved by the sponsor or the customer. When the project is approved, when the objective is approved, we create a project chart. The project charter is created once the objective is approved. So project charter is basically an official document that is created to authorize the project. Once the project charter is created, we can begin the planning process. It's a green light, and we can go ahead with it. So we start planning, like how do we go about the project, how will we manage, and how will we execute the project. For that, for planning, we need to answer a few questions. That is what needs to be done. How will it take to be done? How long will it take? How much will be the budget? Who will do what? So these are the questions that need to be answered in planning. Okay. So first we will define scope. So when we define scope, we mean that all the activities or all the jobs that needs to be done to complete the project will come under the scope. Okay, this will answer our part. So we are done with this. Now the next is how long will it? Okay. So this will be answered by creating a work breakdown structure. Once we have scope, we basically break down the activities or jobs. We'll group it and we'll break it down so that it's easier to manage. Okay. And once we break it down, we also assign the responsibilities. We also define the activities. Once the activities are defined, we then find the relation between the activities and then get it sequenced. And after that, we will estimate the resources and the duration. This can be done by getting in touch with someone senior or maybe using the internet, or you can do it any way you want to. And after this is done, we then add everything up to get the final project schedule. When we have the final project schedule, we then determine the activity cost and then also determine budget. This leads to the creation of a baseline plan. Now, generally you will find that the first draft of the baseline plan is not correct. Why is it not correct? Because it will generally not meet the deadline, or it won't meet the budget requirement. It will generally overrun the time or the cost. Okay. So how can we get past this? How can we establish a baseline plan that our customer or the client will be happy with? So basically, what we need to do is to get into the work breakdown structure and then revise it 5 times, revise it 6 times, and come up with a plan that suits our client. Once the baseline plan is created, we then execute the project or perform. We perform the project. When we are performing the project, we also need to continuously monitor the project. How do we monitor it? We always keep the baseline plan in our picture, and then we always evaluate our actual progress with the baseline progress. And if there are any deviations, then we need to take corrective action. The second thing is managing changes. As I said before, nothing goes as per the plan when it comes to execution. I mean, it might go, but there are a lot of things that doesn't go as per the plan, and we need to modify and we need to incorporate those changes in the project to get the results that we want. But we need to make sure that all changes are controlled. Otherwise, why do we need to control it? Because generally, if we don't control it, sometimes we will do the work that is out of our scope, or we will do the changes that are consuming extra resources, extra budget, extra time. So that's why we need to control our changes and get it up. It looks like we are close to our time. I have planned and I will stream 15 minutes short video only. So we will continue this in the next session. If you understand the lecture and are enjoying it, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Thank you and have a good day. Bye.